Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to do a ketogenic diet for beginners. Now, at the end of this, I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks just that you can do very simply to get started with the ketogenic diet. There's also a free resource in the description below. All you have to do is go check it out, put in your email, and then we'll shoot that right over to you. You should get it right as soon as you sign up. If you don't, please send me an email. But it has everything that you need. It has your grocery list that you need for 28 days. It's a 28-day keto challenge. It also has daily meal plans, all the foods that you need to eat, and it outlines basically everything that you need. If you want the accompanying app with it as well, then just send me an email. I'll shoot that over to you as well. But I think it's a really good resource to help you get started because it can feel a little cumbersome trying to figure out what the keto diet is and trying to figure out what you need to eat, what meals to do. And so I tried to make it as simple as possible for you. It's about a 28-page little packet. It has everything that you need. So I'll stop rambling. Let's get into what the ketogenic diet is and just some tips and tricks to help you have success with it. Why should you do the ketogenic diet? And the real reason is that most people that have chronic diseases today or their health is suffering, they're consuming way too many carbohydrates, probably simple sugars. Carbohydrates aren't bad. It's that simple sugars cause a disease process known as glycation that leads to many of the chronic diseases that we see today that are plaguing the world. When we see conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, which is now linked to sugar, it's no longer linked to fats and cholesterol, that is a myth. Cancers, which is caused by sugars affecting the cells and the mitochondria specifically, and then all the way to Alzheimer's, now called type 3 diabetes, where we're seeing these cognitive issues, dementia, and many other various neurological conditions. The keto diet eliminates sugar from the diet, helping us prevent and reverse these disease processes. So not only does it help prevent you from developing these chronic conditions, especially if you're on the threshold, if you have pre-diabetes, but it can also help reverse these chronic conditions and help you get your life back. Why is sugar so bad? Let me explain it to you. Sugar causes a process in the body called glycation. That is when sugars bind to proteins, they bind to the body tissues, and then they bind to the nerves. This causes oxidation. Think about it like a car. If a car sits out in the weather, and it's not protected and the paint starts to go away, then what will happen is it will start to rust. Just like a car, this happens on the inside of your body. Think about arthritis. Arthritis is basically the joints rusting due to oxidation. If the brain rusts, then this looks like Alzheimer's. If the nerves start to rust, this can look like diabetes or neuropathy. This can also look like the pancreas rusting, and then you have uncontrollable blood sugars due to lack of insulin production. So if that makes sense, then I'd really appreciate if you like this video and you can understand that. Another way to think about it is gasoline in the car. So we know now that there are ethanol-based gases, and if you put them in a regular engine, then it will cause more wear and tear on the engine. If you're putting sugar, which is like the low-grade gas, in the car, then what's going to happen is you're not going to get as much mileage out of the engine, and it's also probably going to not last you for years and years. Whereas if you put a high-grade gasoline in the car, you're probably going to get more mileage out of it, and it's going to last a lot longer. Your body isn't any different than this. If you're putting high-grade fuel in your body and you're not causing oxidation and rust in the body, it's probably going to last you a lot longer than if you were doing the things that cause these issues. So just like your body, what we can say is if we reduce the amount of oxidation and we reduce your sugar content, then we're probably going to get a lot more mileage and a lot more use out of your body, which is pretty cool. And all you have to do is eliminate sugars. So let's dive into what the ketogenic diet is. The ketogenic diet, or keto diet that everybody calls it, is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet that has been shown to have numerous health benefits, including weight loss, improved blood sugar control, and increased mental clarity. How does it work? The keto diet works by drastically reducing carbohydrates, usually between 30 and 50 grams of carbohydrates a day is what you're limited to. This forces the body to burn fat for energy instead of glucose. So all of the stored fat that you have, this is how it helps with weight loss, it gets converted into energy to help your body run throughout the day. When the body is in a state of ketosis, it breaks down stored fat into molecules called ketones, which can be used for energy. When you're doing a ketogenic diet, you want to try to get into that state of ketosis. When you do this, the body is rapidly burning fat in order to basically run all of your daily processes. When you are doing the ketogenic diet, you can use little simple at-home tests to see if you are in a state of ketosis. I'll make a video about that later, but I just want to explain to you the overall concept in this video. When it comes to the ketogenic diet, some studies have also shown that the keto diet may be helpful in managing certain health conditions such as epilepsy and Alzheimer's disease. I have ran across people who have epilepsy or seizures, and what we do is put them on a keto diet, and then it really drastically reduces their seizures and their epilepsy. This is very crucial because we know that this is impacting the brain and causing those centers that may be more susceptible to glycation or inflammation to become drastically reduced below the threshold where they're not having seizures and epilepsy. If you know somebody who is struggling with either of those, then check out the ketogenic diet for them and show them this video. Here are some tips for starting the ketogenic diet. If you're new to it, then start by cutting out processed foods and added sugars from your diet. That will be one of the greatest things that you can do in order to keep your body from oxidizing and rusting. You want to focus on eating whole nutrient-dense foods such as meats, fish, eggs, vegetables, and healthy fats. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, I have a free guide below in the description. All you have to do is sign up and we'll shoot that over to you. That outlines all of it for you. You want to keep track of your carb intake and aim for a daily intake of 20 to 50 grams of carbs. The app that I have actually can help you track this so that you can see if you're overshooting your carbs. I recommend that you try to track it for at least a week or two. That way you can get an idea of, okay, this is what I can eat and this is what I can't eat. These are the combinations of food that I can do. These are the combinations of food that I can't do, because that puts me over that 50 grams of carbohydrate mark. After you do that for a week or two, you'll feel like a pro and you don't have to track anymore and you can just eat. Intermittent fasting also makes this a little bit easier. Go back and check out one of my videos about intermittent fasting and how to do that efficiently. You will also want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water to flush out excess ketones and prevent dehydration. Sometimes this can be a really big issue when it comes to the ketogenic diet. When it comes to water intake, you want to try to do at least half your body weight in ounces per day. That is kind of the roundabout number. Water is like oil for your body, as it is in the car, since we're using car analogies. And if you don't have oil in the car, the engine will lock up. Same with your body. So if you're having trouble getting up and moving around, then you could be dehydrated. And if you're having constipation, that is a key sign that you could be dehydrated as well. You always want to consider working with a registered dietitian or nutritionist to ensure that you're meeting the nutrient needs on the keto diet. But like I said, the guide in the description below has everything that you need in order to do this from A to Z very simply for 28 days, and you can take it on even further if you want to. You can even cycle keto, do a month of keto, take a break, and go back to it maybe the next month. That is something that can help with the longevity, and take it easy. You don't have to go cold turkey on everything. It's better if you do. I'm not saying that you should still eat processed foods and sugars and consume all of these foods that are bad for you. I'm saying that I understand, because I lost 40 pounds myself, and it can be hard not to revert back to your old habits. But taking it one step at a time is a very easy way to get back on track and to get the best results. So in conclusion, the ketogenic diet can be a very powerful tool in improving your overall health and achieving your weight loss goals. By following a high-fat, low-carb eating plan and focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods, you can experience the many benefits that come along with the keto plan. Use the guide. I promise it will help you and make things a lot easier. It's totally free. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all of your support, and that's why I want to try to give back to you. If you want to help me, please like this video, comment below any questions that you have, tell me what you think about this video, any tips, tricks, and feedback. I greatly appreciate it. Maybe your success that you have with the ketogenic diet, especially if you download the free plan. And then share this with any of your family or friends who maybe need to hear this message, because it's my mission to help as many people as possible overcome their chronic health conditions. And by sharing this video, you help me accomplish that mission. So thank you so much.